Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome here to the regular season finale of the 2025 edition of the WRA Oreo Cup Series. This is it, the final race before the playoffs starting next week. So we're getting ready for 20 laps of racing in the Coors Light 500. Ian Dutta on the pole position in the number 21 machine. Ian Dutta comes into this race 29th in the points. He's a driver that, if he wins today, he's in the playoffs no matter what. William Ayers alongside comes in this race 18th in the points. Another driver with a win to get in the playoffs. Ashlyn Wright and Nathan Fryman rode two. Fryman dropped to 7th in points, but he definitely could afford a poor finish. Ashlyn Wright is a go-or-go-home driver, as we only had 42 on the entry list for the 42 starting spots. That means all 42 will make the show here at 8 Bowl. Nobody had to go home in that regard. As you look at the rest of the starting lineup, Amy Pruitt making her debut along with Jillian Black. Look at drivers here at the rear of the field like Annika Ritchie, needing a good run here today to possibly lock her a spot into the playoffs, possibly. We'll see what happens. Cars rolling off behind the pace car. Like I said, there were 42 drivers entered for the 42 starting positions. That means all 42 drivers will make the show. Nobody had to go home. Let's go over the top 10 of the points real quickly, presented by Golden Corral. Brooke Packett's the points leader by 3 points over Sean Art. Bradley Reim, 11 points back in third. Annie Crenshaw, 21 points back in fourth. Quentin Moore, 31 points back in fifth. K Wascher, 32 back in sixth. Nathan Fryman, 35 points back in seventh. Shyla Askraov, 44 points back, in eighth. 52 back is Skylar Taylor, ninth, and Dylan Ebrahimian completes the top 10. All the drivers that don't have a win, that have a 0 in the win column and inside the top 30 in points, if they win, they're in the playoffs no matter what. Josh Harmon comes in this race at critical 30th position in the points. A poor finish for him will definitely take him out of the top 30 in the points. Jackie Tang is only, as we're underway here at 8 Bowl, 17 points back of 30th in the standings is Jackie Tang. He needs a good run today, or his championship hopes are done.
Wings and pizza here. Maybe pizza and wings. 16 boneless wings, 1 pizza, wings and pizza. It's stuffed crust pizza. Pizza's the lead. Guys, get a large one-topping stuffed crust pizza.
William Ayers is going to lead the first lap as I say hola to Senor Sean.
Hello.
I love Sean saying hello. William Ayers will lead the first lap. This is the last race before the playoffs. Everybody that does not have a win, that are inside the top 30 in the points, needs to win today to be in the playoffs. The only way for Sean Art and a couple of others that don't have a win, they need a former driver like Nathan Fryman, who's running in second, to go to victory lane. As a former winner to go to victory lane. And also hope and pray that Josh Harmon and Jackie Tang, Josh Harmon falls outside the top 30 in points, and Jackie Tang does not get in the top 30 in the points. A new winner will just completely shake up the running order.
It will not make it go sideways.
William Ayers. Go ahead, Sean.
I was going to say, for some people, they want it to go sideways.
And the thing is, Senor, you're one of those drivers that A, would need a win to get into the playoffs, or B, hope and pray Jackie Ting does not get in the top 30 in points and hope that Josh Harmon falls outside the top 30 in the points. Oh, we didn't have a mechanical failure. Oh, by the way, so we're in good shape as far as that is concerned. The other way for those drivers that don't have a win that are inside the top 10 of points is if a part-time driver like what we had with Morgan Le Fay last week at Auto Club go to victory lane, like Ashlyn Wright. She's not going to be in the playoffs, but she would like to play playoff spoiler.
And that is always enjoyable.
Yep, here comes Marinelli Dillion now in second. Dillion comes into this race 21st in the points. She's a whopping 50 points ahead of the cut line, so she's already locked in the show, or locked in the playoffs rather, regardless what happens here today. So whether she has a poor finish or not, Marinelli Dillion will be one of the 16 drivers battling in this season's chase for the championship, regardless what happens here today.
And that is always enjoyable when you don't have to worry about it.
Yep. Whereas you got drivers like Reggie Fogelman, who comes into this race 27 points above the cut line. 13 above the cut line for Annika Ritchie. I don't think Annika Ritchie is safe. She's going to need a good run here today. Because if she falls, she's one of those drivers that's right near that 30th position, the points cut line. If she has a poor finish, she's out of the top 30 in points, and that means we're going to have more drivers getting in on points than drivers getting in on wins.
And that would just throw everything for a loop.
Oh, no kidding.
But again, we want to see things go for a loop.
Alina Ritchie is already, who was recently eliminated from the playoffs. Even if those drivers below 30th in the standings go to victory lane, it's not going to be enough for them to make it in the top 30 in the points to have their win count for a spot into this season's Oreo Cup Series chase for the championship. And a couple of things that really stand out to me when I see this playoff grid is we might only have one Hendrick Motorsports driver in this season's chase for the championship, that being K Wascher, our New Zealander winner. We have two Spire drivers, Marinelli Dillion and maybe CJ Bracken, in the playoffs. Nathan Fryman, Quinton Moore, the only two front row motorsports cars that would be in the playoffs right now. Because they're so far high enough in points, I don't think a bad result here today will take them out of the top 30 in points. There's Tatum Wright. First time the Wright sisters are racing. There's Senor Sean right behind Ian Dutta from San Francisco. Geoman right there. And yes, I allowed Sean to touch the cars because he asked me permission to touch the cars. I gave him permission to touch the cars before anybody criticizes me.
I don't ask permission to do it. I do it anyway.
Yes, he still gets to do it. Annika Ritchie back here at the rear of the field. This is not where she needs to be.